Now I'm going to write a poem that I actually wrote for my wife, which is ironic because I finally wrote her a love poem like she had been asking for one for so long. I finally wrote her one. Oops. Waited a little too late. She paints with her biceps. Can carve a portrait out of paint and water like a world wonder that no one has seen yet. I know she's out of my league. But I never want her to find that out. My mouth doesn't know what to do with her. I say, there are so many parts of you that I can't understand, so I will take you like a 3-semester series on the art of loving you right. I learned to study like a PhD candidate. When I turned in my first research paper, I asked her to never go easy on me, even when it hurts. My approach to love is to do it wrong, long enough for her to tell me how to do it right. Let her mark and tear and highlight. Last night, I was noticing her fingers. They're stained in the corners like an heirloom tablecloth. She has been setting a place for me since the beginning, all porcelain and grace, like the amazing grace I sang at so many funerals was meant for her. Like it's no coincidence that I fit in her hand-me-downs. Make no mistake, this was intentional. We lived on the same block for 10 years, and I still got to meet her at the exact perfect time. I was carving out lines from my last breakup poem on my wrist, and she was at the ready, an ace bandage, willing to piece me back together. I remember our first kiss like it wasn't 1,220 days ago. Do you know what can grow in that kind of time? And I'm not just talking about lines to a poem. I'm talking about the fact that in the time I have been learning to love you, 2 children have learned to speak. There are trees that have grown 10 feet, and baby, they're still growing. Every time I make you laugh, I can feel them stretch their limbs, and I know that this road hasn't been easy, but do you know what is easy? Fast food and air fresheners, and I need you to know that you have never been an afterthought. You are the point in all of this, and when I read my heart like a syllabus, you are a prereq, and I've always been a teacher's pet, but this is not just flattery. I will speak my love in public like a homemade car bomb, all flushed cheeks and batteries, and still when someone calls our union a tragedy, we know there is no way that the love that heats our bones could freeze someone else's. So the next time a stranger tells us that our love is unholy, I will slowly unpack all of the insults that have hit our backs to prove that even after impact, we remain intact. And besides, there is nothing more beautiful than your thighs wrapped around me in the morning. I want to build myself into the perfect shape to carry your weight. Did you know that there are seabirds on the North Pacific that spend years wooing their lovers and then mate for life? I made you my wife so I could love you like that. Did you know that people who are in love are less likely to die of a heart attack? I made you my wife so I could love you like that. I don't want this to be easy. I want to feel so tired after a day of loving you right that I can do nothing but breathe.